Traditional education and traditional strength training, it's based on the cramming model. Strength is a skill. To get stronger, first of all, you need to lift weights that are heavy enough. So pretty much like it's a weight that's heavy enough to respect and light enough not to fear. Well, you're only going to do about 3 to 4 reps per set, and that's it. And the gym bros at this point go crazy, like, where's the intensity? If you decide to do it in the gym, a very simple protocol would be a set every 10 minutes. It sounds really bizarre. Like, why? Why would you rest for so long?
You can achieve greater strength gains by reducing training volume and frequency rather than doing more workouts. It might sound almost backward to you. We're so used to thinking that more sets, more reps, and more gym days automatically lead to better results. But what if the real secret to getting stronger is the opposite, training less, while practicing strength like a skill? In this video, we'll explore a method developed and popularized by Pavel Tsatsouline that flips traditional strength training on its head. It's simple, effective, and surprisingly sustainable for everyday people. Number 1. Strength is a skill, not just muscle. Most people think of strength as purely muscle size.
Thomas Rush, he was an American exercise physiologist. He proposed that strength adaptation was largely skill.
But Pavel reminds us that strength is also about the nervous system. Your brain and muscles communicate through pathways, like electrical circuits. The more you practice a movement, the more efficient that pathway becomes. Think of it like practicing a language. If you study a few words every day, you'll remember them long term. But if you cram all night for a test, you might pass but forget everything a week later. Strength works the same way.
As the athletes got stronger, after some months, the EMGs started dropping off when they're lifting the same weights.
This is why Pavel calls strength training practice, not just workouts. You're not trying to exhaust your muscles. You're teaching your nervous system to fire more effectively. Number 2. The grease groove method. This method is called grease the groove.
Grease the groove, we are talking about, let's use an analogy. Let's imagine that you are a bow hunter and you work in your garage. And then you walk out of your garage and you shoot an arrow. And you just go back to going about your business, just working in your garage.
The idea is simple. Repeat a movement often, but never to exhaustion. Each time you do the exercise, you're greasing the neurological pathway that controls it. Over time, it becomes smoother and stronger, just like oiling a rusty hinge. For example, let's say you can do 8 push-ups at maximum effort. Instead of pushing yourself to do all 8, you'd only do 3 or 4 at a time. And you'd do that several times a day, or spaced out across your training. By staying fresh instead of fatigued, you allow your body to recover while still reinforcing the skill. Number 3. Why training less works better. Traditional workouts usually follow the cramming model. Lots of sets and reps in one session, then days of rest. That can work for building muscle size, but for pure strength, it's less efficient. With Grease the Groove, you flip the model. Instead of draining your body, you give it repeated but gentle reminders. Your nervous system adapts faster, and your body builds strength without the usual wear and tear. Pavel explains it this way. Pick a weight that's heavy enough to respect, but light enough not to fear. Usually that means 75 to 85% of your 1 rep max. Then do only about half the reps you could do with that weight.
To get stronger, first of all, you need to lift weights that are heavy enough. And if you're looking about percentages of 1 rep max, we're looking at like 75 to 85 typically.
This way, you're never fried, but always improving. Number 4. Specificity matters. Of course, not all practice is equal. To get stronger, you need to train specifically for the movement you want to improve. If your goal is a stronger deadlift, practice deadlifts. If you want a 1-arm push-up, practice 1-arm push-ups. The nervous system learns exactly what you teach it, so pick the skills that matter most to you. This is another reason Grease the Groove is powerful. You can insert short practice sets into your daily routine.
So pretty much like it's a weight that's heavy enough to respect and light enough not to fear. And the second of all, and this is very surprising, is you only do about half or fewer reps that you possibly could do.
A kettlebell press is here, a pull-up there, even grip work while sitting at your desk. Each small practice adds up. Number 5. Practical example of Grease Groove. Let's make this concrete. Imagine you can bench press 200 pounds for 8 reps. With Grease the Groove, you'd use the same weight but only perform 3 or 4 reps. Then you'd rest for 10 minutes and repeat. You might cycle between 2 or 3 exercises this way. For instance, bench press, squat, and pull-ups rotated throughout your session. Or, if you're busy, you might just pick one exercise and sprinkle it throughout your day.
So there's that desirable difficulty that you have in there, and you have to process that instead of just go through the groove. That apparently helps this adaptation.
You never push to failure, and you never feel destroyed after training. Instead, you end each practice fresh, and over weeks, your strength climbs almost without you noticing. Number 6, the science behind it. Why does this work? The answer lies in how your brain wires itself.
That command that's coming in from your brain to your muscles, that's the groove. That's that pathway. And the more you use it, pretty much the more greased it becomes. So it's like
every time you repeat a movement, you strengthen the neural connection. Over time, that pathway becomes so efficient that lifting the same weight feels easier. Or you can lift more with the same effort. This also avoids the psychological burnout many people feel with intense programs. Instead of dreading your workouts, you look forward to quick, easy practice sessions. Number 7. How often should you train? One of the surprising things about Grease the Groove is that you can train more often, sometimes daily. Since you're never pushed to exhaustion, your body recovers quickly. Pavel suggests doing it for 2 or 3 days in a row, then taking a day off. But ultimately, it depends on how your body feels.
you can do up to 3 exercises at the same time. So let's say like exertion squat and bench press and maybe a third thing, but I'd say those 2 are enough.
The key is listening to your energy levels. If you're fresh, train. If you're worn down, rest. Number 8. Adding it into daily life. You don't need a full gym to use this method.
Whether you want to combine that with writing a great American novel, that's your business.
You can add it into your daily routine with simple movements. Keep a kettlebell by your desk and press it a few times during breaks. Do pull-ups on a doorway bar each time you walk past. Use a grip trainer while watching TV. These mini sessions fit seamlessly into your lifestyle. They don't interrupt your day, they enhance it. Number 9. Why more is not always better. Many people still believe the only way to grow stronger is to push harder, more sets, more sweat, more pain. But Pavel's approach shows that smart training beats hard training.
Intensity in strength training is just how heavy the weight is. It has nothing to do with the effort. And it's been proven over and over that that's much more important than how hard you're exerting yourself.
By practicing strength like a skill, you build real, lasting power. You protect your joints, avoid burning out, and keep progress steady. This is why elite athletes and even military units use these principles. It works at every level. So here's the big takeaway. If you want to build strength fast, don't train harder, train smarter. Practice movements often, never to exhaustion. Use weights that challenge you, but don't crush you. Train with respect, not fear. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, and subscribe for more science-backed training tips that work in real life. And let me know in the comments, what's the strength goal you're working on right now?